Wedding Tips, Houston. Wedding tips for wedding invitations. Wedding planning is one of the most stressful yet fun things that one can have the pleasure of doing in their lifetime. Times are tough these days, and so many couples cannot hire a wedding planner to help plan their wedding day. Many people are relying solely on the information they find online and through the help of friends and family's referrals. In today's article, we discuss wedding tips as they relate to the wedding invitations in hopes that it can answer some of the most common questions. Tip number 1. Complete your invite list before you order the invitations. Your list should be completed 6 months out, and you should order your invitations shortly thereafter. Tip number 2. Order at least 20 to 30 more invitations and envelopes than you plan to need. One also for a keepsake. You may decide to invite others, may have forgotten someone, you may make a mistake when addressing some of the invitations, or you may have to remail to another address. It is much cheaper to order invitations and envelopes in excess at the beginning than it is to place a brand new order. Tip number 3. Order your invitation address labels at the same time that you order the invitations, and also order some labels for your thank you cards if you prefer. If you are ordering Save the Dates, don't forget to order enough labels for those too. Don't forget to order return address labels as well. Keep in mind, a way to cut costs in your wedding checklist is to print out your own address labels at home. Popular wedding tips also include making your own invitations at home as well. You can really have fun with homemade invitations if you are planning a beach wedding, a casual wedding ceremony, or if a couple is renewing vows. Tip number 4. Ensure that you type or print names with the appropriate titles, such as those titles associated with the wedding officiant, Reverend, Rabbi, or for those guests who serve our country, Lieutenant, Captain, Colonel. Additionally, ensure that you follow appropriate etiquette with regards to who should actually receive an invitation. For example, anyone over 18 that is living at home with their parents typically receive their own invitation, and if 2 people live together or are married but have different last names, then you should use both of their full names on one invitation. Tip number 5. Take an invitation fully stuffed just as it would be sent out to the post office to ensure that you receive sufficient postage. Not only is the postage requirement determined by weight, but it is also determined by size. You should also take into account that odd-shaped, non-standard shaped stationery most often requires extra postage regardless of the weight. Wedding tips like this come in useful when trying to save money. For more wedding tips and information on how to create the perfect wedding ceremony, or if you are in need of a wedding officiant, please contact us at Houston Minister Services or continue to view other articles in our Minister Services blog.